Okay, so for these ones, here are some possible descriptions of a line. Slope positive equals 0, negative. Y-intercept positive equals 0, negative. X-axis passes through the origin, 0, 0. Crosses the x-axis to the right of the origin. Crosses the x-axis to the left of the origin. Never crosses the x-axis. Now, if something, just for your own reference, and I know most of you probably already know this, but if it doesn't cross the x-axis, that means that y is going to be 0. Or whatever this one is positive, probably positive too. But if it crosses the x-axis, it never crosses the x-axis, then it is going to be a horizontal line. If its slope is 0, or not slope, sorry. If x is the same in every single number, then it's going to be a vertical line. So, use the descriptions above to describe the properties of the slope, y-intercept, and x-axis for the graph of each equation. Well, y equals x. If y equals x, could it be positive? Could it be negative? Does it equal 0? So if I have 3 equals 3, my coordinates for that are going to be 3, 3. Well, let's say negative 3 equals negative 3. So then my coordinates are negative 3, negative 3. So which one of these, well, first off, my slope could be either positive or negative. My slope is probably going to equal 0. My y-intercept, do I have a y-intercept if y equals x? Nope, I don't. And over here, so this one is going to be equal 0. And through the x-axis, so if 3, 3, negative 3, negative 3, let's say it's probably going to be 0, 0 if my x is equal to my y. So then it passes through 0, 0. Now that one was relatively easy. So let's go down to this one. Well, first off, what is my slope? My slope is what is multiplied by my x. My slope is difference in y's over difference in x's. My rate of change. My slope in this one is equal to 2, because 2 is what is being multiplied by x. My y-intercept is my b, which in this case is positive 1. So what is x when my y-intercept is 1? It's 0. Because my y-intercept is y when x is 0. So I know that if my y-intercept is 1, my x is 0. So I'm going to go ahead and try and do something here. If I have 0, 1, I'm going to go 0, 1. Here's a coordinate there. Now I'm going to put x as 1. Well, y equals 2 plus 1. Y equals 3. So when x is 1, y equals 3. So now I'm going to go over 1, 1, 2, 3, up 3. Now I'm going to do a negative 1. Y equals 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 plus 1. Y equals negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. So negative 1, negative 1. I have -1, -1. I just made a line by pulling random numbers. So I knew that 0, 1 was going to be a coordinate pair because my y-intercept was 1, and my y-intercept is y when x equals 0. So I knew that that was going to be one of my coordinate pairs. The other one, I just plugged in, I picked 1, I plugged it in, and I found out that y is equal to 3 when my 1 is x. I did -1, and I found out that when my x is -1, my y is also -1. So, does this pass through 0, 0? Nope. Is it positive? Is my slope positive? Yep. Is my y-intercept positive or negative? Well, that's positive too because a +1 is positive. And now over here, my x-axis. So my x-axis right here, does it pass to the right or the left of my origin? Well, 0, 0 is my origin. Always origin. So it passes to the left. And honestly, I would appreciate it if you were able to do this, because these are the real answers that we're looking for. My slope is positive, my y-intercept is positive, and my x-axis passes to the left of the origin. Now, you guys go ahead and do C, D, and E. I did A and B for you. You guys do C, D, and E. If you have any questions, please email me.